right? Like I'm comfortable on the trail, I can do the things. And my instructor is like, okay, let's go on a blue. And I'm like, no, I'm not ready for that. And then like, let's go on a blue. And Tessa, you live in Utah, so I imagine you probably ski. No? Okay. So they're like, let's go on a blue. And I'm like, no. Like, I don't want to do that. So I finally go on a blue for the first time. And like, it's steep and it's fast. And I'm scared out of my mind. And as like I'm going down, I literally pretty much go down the entire mountain on my face or on my ass. Like my skis kind of like, doing this whole number. But I went down. Like I went on my first blue run, and I won't be able to go on my second and third and like get good at it had I not like fallen on my face all the way down the blue mountain. When I like say like, they're like, oh, you can't slide down the mountain. Somehow I figured out how to slide down the mountain because there was like, I was sliding down the mountain. But I had to like do it, right? Like to like actually do it that first time. And so, I preface that with, we are innovating on our Real Raw because, some of you are here for a job interview and you're like, what is this like thing that I'm doing to interview? Like, this is not how it's done. Mariana, you're like, you can relate, right? You're like, this is the weirdest thing I've ever done as a job interview. Yes. But you are going to have some fun for sure. You are absolutely going to have some fun. And it's, in the world today is we've got to innovate, right? This is an innovation. This is a place because I will say this at Align Sales is, we're not here to do things how everybody else does them. When we place salespeople, it's not like any other sales company. Most of the positions that we advocate for are like multiple six-figure, opportunities. And we teach sales in a way that nobody else does. A heart-centered sales, fun. When I go into companies, when companies hire me, do you know the number one reason why they hire me to come in and scale their sales? Because I'm fun.
Energy.
Yes, energy. Yes. Energy. It infuses energy. Every company that I have gone into and done sales training, they have doubled their sales. Every single one of them. We're starting to like put some testimonial videos out. Every single one of them, we double sales. We increase conversions by at least 50%. At least 50%, because there's an energy infusion, because we go in there and we disrupt things and shake things up, which is what this process is all about. This is not going to be your regular interview process, because the thing is if you don't have fun energy, then fun energy opens listening. And if you can't come here and like have a little bit of fun, chances are you're probably not going to be that good in your sales role. So this is why like we do this in a fun way from the very beginning, so we can like see how much fun you are and see how good you are at going from hello to yes. So Mariana, is this making a little bit more sense now?
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. So what this looks like is we have a few contestants here that are, either have interviewed with us, are looking to be placed with one of our companies, and some of you are brand spanking new. And then we have two incredible judges that have been in the sales or are in business that are here to give you incredible feedback. Because as sales professionals, wouldn't you want to know the feedback of like potential people that you could work for and how valuable that would be? So this is one of the most valuable interview processes that you will probably ever have in your entire life. And we allow people to come back to continue to practice. So we're going to start with introductions, and we'll start for those folks that have been back before. And so Olga, let's start with you. Your name, where you're from, and the question for you today is, why do you keep coming back? So you've recently been placed, and what is the value of coming on the Real Raw for you? Real Raw, so you think you can sell Real Raw?
Well, hello, everyone. It's so wonderful to meet you. My name is Olga, and I am from Toronto, Canada, but right now I am in California. And I've been coming back for like about 2 months now, and I keep coming back because, well, one, I got placed with a position, which is awesome, but I'm actually learning so much. I'm just learning how to talk to people. I'm learning all about sales, but not even just sales. Here you learn how to kind of communicate with everyone, see what they're like, build emotional rapport, see what they're all about, really open your listening. So this has just been very beneficial for me, and that's why I keep coming back.
Awesome. Thank you, Olga. Anne Marie.
Hi, I'm Anne Marie. I'm in San Diego, California, and I feel like this show really helps me with it pushes my edges. It helps me step into things that I've had difficulty with, like doing role play in front of other people. And yeah, I feel like I'm loosening up and having fun and being able to tap into different energies within myself that I know will help me in my sales position. So
awesome. Welcome back, Anne Marie. Always love seeing you and just like watching like your improvements time after time. And so we'll go to Mariana now. I'm gonna have a different question for you. So introduce yourself, where you're at, and why do you feel like sales is a superpower? Like, to be able to sell it is a superpower.
So hello, everybody. My name is Mariana. I am from Mexico City, and I am currently in Mexico City. I love sales, and I definitely believe it's a superpower because, number one, there are two sides of it. Like, on a personal level, I believe that sales is the only job where you literally can choose how much you want to make. And you can create whatever lifestyle you want. There are no limits. The only limit is you and your personal limiting beliefs. But as soon as you see them, acknowledge them, and move past them, there are literally no limits. But I also love sales because, for me, it is just the best way to connect with others, to give them opportunities and possibilities that they didn't know exist. And you come with an amazing product and you literally change their lives. You do have the power. I do have the power to change people's lives through the things I sell to them.
I love it. What a beautiful, I love you already. I can't wait to see what we can do together. Thank you so much for that introduction. And Regina, so where are you from, and why do you believe sales is a superpower? Oh, you're on mute, love.
If you scroll over your box, it should say mute or unmute. If you just click unmute.
If you're on your phone, you might have to scroll. Oh, you did it.
There we are.
Oh, now you're on mute. Now you're muted again.
Still can't hear you, Regina.
Here?
There we are.
There you go.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, as I was telling you, I'm from Mexico. I'm from Monterrey, but originally I'm from Texas. I'm from McAllen. Can you hear me?
Not so much, Regina. And there's a lot of background noise. So what?
No. Okay.
Yeah. Can you mute?
Yeah. Let me.
Okay, there you go.
I can reach out to Regina. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So Regina, what we'll probably have you do today is maybe just participate as watching, because the background noise and the internet connection is not very good. And so it's going to make it like when you go, it's going to make it very challenging for the judges to like hear you. So my suggestion is to, you know, hang out, watch what's going on, and then maybe come back next Thursday. So we're going to hop over to our role player, who is our new chief recruiting rock star, Ashley. So Ashley is now in charge of all the recruiting that we do here at Align, because we have a goal of helping 300 women find sales jobs this year. That is a very lofty goal. And so Ashley's going to help us to fulfill that. So Ashley, tell everybody where you're from and why you think sales is a superpower.
Yes. Hi. I am from South Carolina. I worked on cruise ships for a little over 7 years, and that's how I started in sales. And then from there, was introduced to Bella, and we just completely matched on every level as far as what we want to accomplish. And so I started with Align, and sales to me, really paralleling what Mariana said, is freedom. It really allows you to control your life and your lifestyle and what you want. I have a goal of being able to work remote in sales, or I had a goal, and now I'm able to do that so that I can travel and spend more time with my family. And I just think freedom is a good way to sum it up.
Love it. Thank you, Ashley, for being here, and just your incredible energy. And now that I get to do these shows with you, it just like, it makes me really happy and feels amazing. So thank you for being here. And then next up is one of our judges who I have actually known. We met in Las Vegas several years ago. And then she recently reached out to me and was like, how do we know each other? And when I was in Las Vegas, I had a different name. I legally changed my name like 6 years ago out of personal development reasons. I am not running from anyone or running from the law or anything. But I went through a big personal development change and wanted to choose my name. So my birth name is Stephanie Vihan, and it just didn't feel like it like resonated with me. So I legally changed my name to Bella Verita, which in Italian means beautiful truth. So not running from the law or in secret hiding or anything. And so Brittany's always had amazing energy, and she built a network marketing business and is currently building another business. And being a business owner has incredible feedback. And so Brittany, tell everybody like who you are and what is it that, like, as you're growing and scaling a business, and, you know, even in like when you're building your network marketing business, what is it that you look for in a sales professional? If you're going to like bring someone on your team, what would you look for?
Well, hi, everyone. My name is Brittany Cobb. And yes, it's been so great to just be reconnected with you, Bella. And the name change definitely was like, I know this lady, but not familiar with the name. But I love it. And I love the meaning behind that. So I now reside in Boise, Idaho. And so, yes, I do have, I've learned this about myself, that throughout my life and career, that I've truly been an entrepreneur and in some form of sales since I was a little girl. And so that's shaped and molded and taken different forms throughout my entire life. I've grown to really love it. I think one of the key elements behind any sales job or position is your mindset, learning to be comfortable being uncomfortable at times, and always being persistent in your personal growth and development. And so those are that would be the main key element that I look for, is someone who is open to being coachable, and, receiving that education and that personal development, which can sometimes, be difficult, because when we're looking internally and helping others tweak things that can be very personal to us, it's hard sometimes not to get defensive. So just having a really great open mindset going into it, I think is super important.
That is extraordinary. Thank you so much for being here, Brittany. I'm so happy to have you. And like, what made you say yes to coming on to this?
Oh, well, because I'm always open to opportunities, and I love learning what other people are doing and what's working, and just like you said, being innovative, right? And
Yes.
As we've all experienced this past year, I mean, everything has changed, how people, do business and all of that. So I just think it's, again, important to be open to constantly learning and growing and just seeing what's out there and connecting with people. I love serving people. That's my heart, and especially women in business. And so I saw this as a great opportunity to just be able to, kind of give back and see what all this is about. So.
Yay! Awesome. So super excited that you're here. And our next judge, I'm wildly excited about because, a lot of you know that I've been working in partnership with Unblinded for, 3 or 4 months now. And they teach a whole different way of doing business. And one of the things they teach is ecosystem merging, which I personally believe is like taking over the business market. Because I was just talking to another friend of mine who has like a coaching company, and she's one that's still doing very well. She's in the real estate space, and she's still doing really well with Facebook ads and funnels, but she's got a very good nurturing system. But so many companies that are relying on like Facebook ads and funnels to grow their business are not doing very well right now, because Facebook has control over who sees your things and clicks and all of those things. And so through the formula that we've been learning through Unblinded, we've been learning so many different methods of growing your business, because it's the same formula that he used to go from $100,000 in debt to building a 200-person law firm. Same formula that he used to grow and scale a business in COVID from $0 to $500,000 a month in sales, and has helped several other companies do the same during COVID, like how to have more sales meetings, how to grow and scale your sales. And so we've been following that same formula. And part of that formula is creating ecosystem mergers. And so I'm super excited to introduce Tess, and I'm super excited to have you on as a judge today, because Tess is the job doctor. And so she helps people write their resumes so they can get jobs. And right now that is more important than ever, because, because of COVID, you really have to stand out in the interview process. And so Tessa, introduce everybody and tell them about what it is that you do, and what do you think, what would be your number one tip on resume or as the job doctor, because everybody else here is looking to get a job, right? So what's the one tip that you would give them?
Okay. All right. So I have been an executive at very big companies, even Fortune 50 companies. That's what I did. And about 3 years ago, I said, you know what? I want to move from protecting the company to protecting the employee, because I learned so much about how it works behind the scenes and why some people get promotions and some don't, why some people get hired and some don't. So I pivoted over into this new business. And so I'm the job doctor, and I help people with all facets of becoming more promotable. So my number one tip would be, the most common resume problem I see is people regurgitate their job description on a resume. It's not helpful. If you have 20 resumes that you're looking at and everybody's just telling you their job description, they all look the same. You have to be able to say, how did I do this job better than someone else? And if you can't do that on your resume, you're just another resume. So I tell people to look at the way you structured your resume and just ask the question, how do I know I did this last role better? Or how do I know that I added value? Or how do I know I did something right? And when you start to ask that question, then you can quantify and say how you stood out. And that makes all the difference on your resume.
I love it. What a great
Thank you for that.
I'm so excited to have you. So excited to have you here today. So So
Maybe.
what's that?
I said maybe.
Maybe. All right. So so for those of you that have been back here before, you know what this looks like. But Ashley is now, since Ashley is our, chief recruiting rock star, and like, you have to convince her that, you can go from hello to yes. So Ashley is going to be our new rock star role player. And so you'll role play with Ashley. So what you want to do is, if you are currently on an offer or looking to interview for an offer, so if you're already, in our ecosystem, you have a particular offer that you are looking at. So like Anne-Marie, on a love offer. So you want to tell Ashley who she is as the avatar, right? Who it is that you are selling to. And you'll have, this is going to be a 5-minute conversation. What we are looking for is, how do you open listening and build emotional rapport? Right? That's number one. So like judges, this is what you're paying attention to. And this is what, you will rate the participants in and give your feedback in. So the first thing is like, how well do you open listening? Means if you're calling Ashley, for the first time, is, how does she want to talk to you? Are you fun? Are you opening listening for her? Does she want to continue the conversation? And then the pain to yes. So understanding what pain that you're in, because sales, we always say, is we problem solve, not product push. And that's what we're really looking for here today, is how well do you problem solve, not product push. So, product pushing may look like, Ashley, I have this great love coach. You have to work with this love coach. You have to do this. Can I have $5,000? Right? It's just very pushy. And we all know those salesy type people. We are looking for the opposite of salesy. How well do you build emotional rapport? How well do you ask questions to understand what someone is currently going through? And then how certain are you in offering your product or service? So how certain are you at being able to show them that what you have is the answer to what problem they have? Now, Mariana, if you're here for the first time, Ashley can be anyone you want her to be, right? She can be anyone that you want her to be. The purpose of the 5-minute conversation is to go from hello to yes. So you're saying hello, and then you just want her to say yes. Maybe it's to have a longer conversation. Maybe it's to have an interview, right? Okay, you're having your first 5-minute conversation, but you really want her to, set you up for a real interview. It may be, if there's something you love selling, right? It could be, you want to sell her on a trip to go to Tahiti. Who knows? That might not be a very hard sell.
Nope.
But she can be anyone that you want her to be. So, Anne-Marie, are you here? She have to take a phone call?
No, I'm here. I don't know. My camera went out. 1 sec.
Okay. All right. She will be back. All right. Olga, are you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
All right. So tell Ashley who you want her to be.
Okay, awesome. So Ashley, can you be a woman in your 30s or 40s? You have your first property. You're looking to invest into more real estate, but kind of uncertain about where to go.
Okay.
Okay, amazing. Ring, 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 ring.
Hello, this is Ashley.
Hello, Ashley. This is Olga calling from Beyond the Banks. How are you doing today?
Hi, I'm doing well. How are you?
I am doing very well. Thank you for asking. So I was wondering if you had a few minutes to talk about your intake form that you filled out last week. Is that all right?
Who did you say you were calling with?
Oh, from Beyond the Banks.
Beyond
the real estate company. Yeah, so the real estate company, you filled out an intake form, I think last week.
Okay. I don't really remember doing that, but how can I help you today?
Okay. Oh, no problem. What my company does is we help women grow in the real estate market. We help them build their financial future, and we kind of work with real estate and really try to promote women to be financially stable. But can I ask you about your where you are right now with your financial position and in real estate?
Yeah, I am really just wanting to look into getting a second property, maybe a vacation home of some sort. I'm more or less a traveler and just want something that feels like vacation, but that I maybe can work from. So I just really not serious about it, but I just kind of wanted to see what was out there.
Oh, absolutely. And a vacation home, did you have any ideas of where?
And I really have no idea. I'm open to a lot of places. I just want something coastal.
Something coastal for like swimming? What do you want to do on the coast?
I just like the views anywhere on the coast for sunsets or sunrises. I just like to be by the water. I'm a water baby.
Oh, me too. I'm a water son. I'm always in the water. I can
Same.
completely relate on that.
Yeah.
But why are you looking to buy a second property right now? Is there anything specific going on in your life, or?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm really not. I was just kind of browsing and just wanted to see what was out there. If anything like really jumped out at me, I was gonna look further. But for me right now, I'm just not. I'm not sure it's the right time.
I'm not sure. And why don't you think it's the right time right now?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I just haven't found that one thing or that one place in my, very little search, but I just haven't found anything that seems like a really great deal or that really might be a good investment. So I'm just kind of playing it cool right now.
I see. But if you were to find a property, let's say that was affordable and that was absolutely everything you wanted, had a beautiful view, was on the coast, is that something you would be interested in?
Well, I mean, definitely, yeah. That's probably why I filled out that form. I mean, honestly, I like I said, I kind of remember doing it, but yeah, it must have just been in passing. But yeah, that would be something I would look into.
No, absolutely. Yeah, even if you're just browsing, absolutely, it's no problem. But would you mind if I told you a little bit about what Jody does? So you just had a better idea, and maybe we could connect you to her,
Yeah,
and maybe
sure.
she could actually. Okay, perfect. Well, Jody is an amazing woman. She essentially, like I was saying earlier, basically her entire goal is to ensure that women are financially stable through real estate. So what she does is she helps you invest into properties or invest into, or just basically build your financial account. So one more question that I wanted to ask you. Where would you see yourself in maybe 10 years?
I mean, I hope in the next 10 years I have another property, that's for sure. I, would like to have that vacation home or somewhere that I feel like I can, the home away or the staycation, if you will. So I definitely see myself with that and, hopefully a little bit deeper into my business, a little bit more profitable. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Awesome. Well, I think that definitely we would be able to help you at least imagine that goal a little bit in certain terms, kind of really see that buying that property, that second property, is really possible. I know that I kind of called you out of the blue. I'm sure that you are a little bit busy, but would it be possible to get you on a call maybe tomorrow at noon, and we would be able to talk more about what Jody does and how she can help you?
Sure. Yeah, that would be fine. Yeah.
Amazing. Talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Awesome job, Olga. Awesome job. I cannot wait to hear. I definitely have some feedback, but I cannot wait to hear what the judges have to say. Ashley, how was that for you?
So I was just going to say, I tried to play it a little bit differently because we were in a similar situation last time. But I think that you came off a lot stronger than you did the last time. I would still, and I would still change the intake form conversation again, kind of figure out how to make that a little bit more of an organic intro. But you did a lot better as far as your confidence and keeping the questions coming, keeping me engaged than the previous time. So major improvement.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Ashley. So we'll go over to Brittany. And so Brittany, what we want to do is like 30 seconds of feedback. So something that Olga did really well, something that you would recommend that she improve on, and then we're going to give her a score from 1 to 10, like 1 meaning like she should give up her career in sales and like maybe try to be like a pooper scooper instead. And like 10 being like she did absolutely amazing and she's going to be the next millionaire in sales. So 30 seconds of feedback for Olga. Brittany.
Okay, great job, Olga. I loved that you had great questions to learn more about your prospect. I loved that you asked for her permission to share more or to connect to your coworker or whomever that was. I would say too, with your intro, to make it a little more specific or beef it up a little bit as to what your company does, a few more maybe key or specific words as opposed to just helping women be financially stable through real estate. And then with that too, it's like later in the conversation, you kind of shared that again. Well, how do you do that?
Olga is?
So if you're having, what?
And your score for Olga is?
A 6.
Awesome. Awesome. And Tessa, over to you. 30 seconds of feedback for Olga, something that she did well, something she can improve on, and a score.
I like that when she decided to try and show the not the differences that they had, but the similarities they had. I like beaches too. You could see that there was a warmth that was created by creating common purpose. So that was great. I also liked her asking questions once she got into it. I think starting those calls are really hard. So if there's anything I would recommend, you've got to find a way to create some warmth right off the bat and some humanity, because I caught myself being like, was it Ashley? I would hang up on people all the time. If they sound.
Your score for Olga is?
I would give her let's go with a 6.
6. Awesome. Olga, a great improvement. I think you coming back time after time, like you continue to improve. You had great questions this time. Your confidence, I definitely think has increased from like a 4 to like, I'm going to go with like 6, 7, but I'm going to go with a 7. Like your confidence has definitely increased. I love how you like turned her objection of like, I don't know if I'm interested into, well, if we could show you XYZ, would you be? And she was like, well, yeah, that was phenomenal.
And that was what kept me for sure.
Yeah. And the same things that the same things to improve on are like the same things that keep coming up. So I want to make sure that you're practicing outside of this is still the voice inflection. So like your voice kind of goes like this. And so really practicing with like keeping your voice like certain and monotone. And then the apologetic, like I would say, you've improved from maybe like a 4 to a 5, but still very apologetic. Like, can I tell you about this? Can I do this? Is it okay if we do that? Like,
and one thing you implied was that I didn't have time, and I never told you that I didn't have time.
Oh. Yeah. So you're like your certainty, right? Like it's not like you are of service. Like she's filled out a form, so she wants information. And so it is like certain, like not can I do this? Like, I'm going to, like maybe we can book a call. Like, no, we're gonna book a call because that's why you filled out a form. And then I echo what Brittany said is, just, and you're still like, you haven't really like practiced with the offer and don't know how to a whole lot, but just practicing with the HUI delivery. So, awesome job. Awesome improvement. Just that voice inflection and being apologetic. We are not here to apologize. All right. Anne Marie, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, who do you want? And then I forgot to say, so when we get down to 1 minute, I will hold up a 1. That means you have 1 minute left. And then 3 is 30 seconds, 20 seconds, 10 seconds.
Okay.
That's what that was.
Wait, and so how long do I have total?
5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Are you ready?
Am I doing with Ashley?
Yes. Who do you want
Okay.
Ashley to be?
Awesome, Ashley. I'm on a love offer. So I would like you to be somebody who put in a request for a longer consultation. I need to see if this would even be a good, like, it's like a preliminary to see if it would even be a good fit for you. So if you want, you can make up any situation where you're not in relationship. It's a frustrating situation, and you really would love to have a marriage and family.
So it's like a matchmaking service?
It's a coaching to be able to, for women, single professional women who have had success in many areas of their life, but relationship has not been one of them. So
Okay.
they really need some coaching to see they don't know what their blocks are. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. Take us in.
Ring, ring.
Hello, this is Ashley.
Hi, Ashley. This is Anne Marie from Johnny and Laura's team with Love and Life Coaching. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. So we received your request for a love breakthrough call, and I wanted to reach out. Yeah, I wanted to reach out quickly to see if you've already found what you needed in love and relationship, or if that's something you're still looking for.
No, I have not.
Well, I just want to let you know we just have about 4 to 5 minutes for our call today. So I just want to briefly understand your situation and see if Johnny and Laura have something that would be able to help you. And if so, we can set up a time for another call, for a longer call. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah, that sounds good. Do they have any single rich men waiting in the midst for me?
Ooh, that may be on the other side. That's it. We'll have to jump on a longer call to dive more into that. But so just to start off, I'd love to know from you what's not working in your love life right now.
Oh, it's everything isn't working. I've dated and dated and dated, and I've been matched with people. I've tried dating apps. I've done match.com, and it just seems like the same thing over and over. Like I'm meeting these men, we're going out, and then, a couple dates in, they just either ghost me or, they up and just don't want anything serious, but I'm just not finding my match, so to speak. I'm watching all my friends around me get married and move on, and I just feel left in the dust.
Oh, so Ashley, I just want to acknowledge you that it sounds like you've really been putting in an effort to be on Match, to get set up from your friends. And it seems like you're not really attracting that quality man, that it's just not getting past a couple dates.
Right.
And so you really haven't found that the partner that you're looking for.
Oh yeah. You're spot on. You're exactly.
Well, I'd love to know a little bit more about what you are looking for in a relationship.
I feel like maybe I'm not looking for the right thing since I haven't found anyone, but I definitely always, I like a tall, dark, and handsome man, and maybe I'm focusing too much on that. I don't know. But I definitely want someone who's stable and secure in their life. And I was joking before, they don't have to be rich. That's just a bonus. But of course, I want someone that I can connect with and be my best friend. I want someone that I can hang out with and go on hikes with and hang out with, and that I feel like it's so much effort.
Oh, Ashley, that sounds amazing. I love that you shared that you really are looking for somebody who is there and supportive, and it would definitely be a bonus if you were tall, dark, and handsome. It's somebody really that you could spend your life with and lean on. So yeah, so with Johnny and Laura, they over the past 16 years, they really have empowered hundreds of women, professional single women like yourself, to attract in the love of their lives and start living the life of their dreams. So, and really just over this past year, they've helped dozens of women, even over COVID, find their beloved, which has led to true love and marriage and
how do they do that? I mean, is it like a matching service, or how do they?
Well, I'd love to get into that more on another call. Is that something that you are looking for?
I mean, I've exhausted all my resources, so I'm pretty open to anything at this point.
Okay, well, let me see. I have availability on my calendar tomorrow at 11 a.m. And then we can go over what Johnny and Laura do and see if that would be a good fit for you. How does that sound?
Okay, that sounds good to me.
Okay, that's great. I'll talk to you then.
Awesome job,
Anne-Marie!
Yes,
Did it freak
girl.
out?
Oh my God. I cannot wait. I'm not going to wait because it's my show and I can do what I want. That was phenomenal.
I didn't freak out.
So for those of you that have not seen Anne-Marie before, come to this show. She's been coming back. So this is really, you guys, this is why it is so important. Jet, we're going to want to like cut this piece out because I'm about to like, you know, whatever timestamp it is, 11:47. You guys, this is why you want to come back. What you just displayed, Anne-Marie, was mind-blowing.
Chills.
Yeah. So for those of you that have not seen Anne-Marie, every time this is how many number of shows for you is this?
Multiple, like 3, 4. I mean, like, but it's not just that. It's like your trainings, like the other trainings, like going through like every training, I get stuck with having to do it right or wanting to say a certain thing and going from not dropping in my heart and just being present. It's like, oh, wait, I need to say this. And I just get so stuck. Like I just freeze every time.
Every single time.
Every
You did
single
not
time.
freeze today.
No,
I'm so proud of you.
Did not freeze. Like I take notes when you guys are doing this, like things to improve and things to be great. Anne-Marie, I have nothing for you to improve on today. I have not one note for you to improve on. I am so proud of you. Your confidence, like right at the beginning, you almost like let yourself freak out and then you didn't.
Correct.
I saw you catch yourself and you were like, I got this. Your confidence was amazing. You didn't freak out. You framed the call phenomenally. Like you seeded for a longer call at the beginning. Like she knew like from the very beginning that, you know, there was going to be an offer for a longer call. Your acknowledgement, like you dropped in an acknowledgement of her, which was awesome. And you had an incredible HUI delivery for not even really knowing the offer all that well. I am so proud of you. Like team Brandy, we're gonna send Anne-Marie some unicorn gear. We're gonna send you some swag. I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you. Tessa, let's go to you for the first time. So this is the first time you have seen Anne-Marie. So what is your feedback for Anne-Marie?
I know I have no context except what I saw. I thought she exuded warmth, which was very important, and connection with someone about something that's actually pretty hard to talk about on the phone with a stranger. So I thought you did a great job.
And what's your score for Anne-Marie?
I'll give her, I've only heard 2. I don't really know the scoring great, but how about a 8 or 8.5?
8.
Nice. 8. All right, Brittany, how about for you?
A lot of the same things you've heard. I felt warmth, a warm open. I love that you set the expectation of the call, the time, and what you were kind of, again, seeking, that you empathized, acknowledged, and confirmed Ashley's feelings and needs. You asked key questions, great listener, and you just overall came across very natural and calm, and trusting. So I think that's important. So I give you a 9.
9.
Yeah.
A 9.
Thank you.
You've inspired me to go down another blue mountain.
And Marie, you've inspired
we
me
continue to
just
do
because I was able to hear you the last week when
Yeah,
we
go
did
ahead.
it. And man, what a difference. It was like watching a different person in action. I'm so proud of you.
I thank you. And I wrote down all these notes that the wonderful judges said before about mindset and confidence. And I just looked down at my paper to be like, because I did go in feeling unsure. And then it's like, no, we're just playing here. We're practicing. Like, so thank you. I appreciate everyone.
So Anne-Marie, what would you say to all of the other agents that like come on and then like don't come back? What do you think what would you say to those people?
There's always room for improvement. There's always room. And it's like, I would say that's a place where we need to challenge ourselves. If there's this idea like, oh, I don't need to do that. That's like, no, that's where we need to be better, to keep pushing ourselves past that. So,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great job, Anne-Marie. Mariana, you've seen how it's done. Are you ready? Are you ready for what we call the love seat? We don't call it a hot seat. We don't want you to get hot and flustered. It's like love, because you get feedback, you get to improve. So you get the love seat. Are you ready for the love seat?
Sure, I'm very nervous, but yes, that's why I'm here today. So yeah, let's do this.
Awesome. So who do you want Ashley to be?
Okay, Ashley, so you are pretty much like your same age. You want to improve your health, like, eat better, maybe lose a few pounds. You've tried, a million different diets, techniques, fasting and keto and all these things, and like nothing has worked for you. And you signed up for a webinar. You filled out a Facebook form, one of my ads.
Okay.
Okay. Ring, ring.
Hello, this is Ashley.
Hi, Ashley. How are you? This is Mariana from This Is Not a Diet. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good. Do you remember that a few days ago you signed up for a webinar to improve your health on a Facebook ad?
Yeah, I remember it.
Cool. So do you have 5 minutes right now to talk about it?
Yeah, actually, I do have 5 minutes.
Cool. Very good. How's your day going?
It's going very well. How about yours?
Everything is going well. Thank you very much. So I was just curious to know a little bit about you, Ashley. I would like to know what kind of made you want to join this webinar?
I don't know. I feel like I'm one of those typical people that sets goals for myself, tries all the new fad diets, and then just gives up after a couple days or a couple weeks. So I'm just in search of the one thing that finally works.
Cool. Very good. Well, don't worry. First of all, I understand what you've gone through. You're not alone in this. There is so much information out there, and it's hard to know which one's actually going to work. The difference is today I am here for you, and I want to help you actually reach the goals that you've set for yourself. So just to confirm, the webinar is going to be tomorrow at 7 p.m. And it lasts about maybe 2 hours, maybe a little less. Does that work for you?
What time did you say it was?
7 p.m. tomorrow?
2 hours is a little long. I have little boys that are running around the house, but yeah, I could probably jump on for maybe an hour of it. Do you think I could get enough info in that amount of time, or?
Absolutely. Don't worry. I understand that life right now is a little hectic. We're all stuck at home. We have to do a lot of things, but I am sure that during the first hour, you're going to learn a lot. And maybe if it's possible for you to, even if your kids are around, you can still get value from this webinar. I really look forward to seeing you there. And I just want to know if you have any specific questions or any specific topics that you would like me to touch up on during the webinar?
Not specifically, not really.
Not specifically. Don't worry. I mean, you're going to learn a lot from how to actually choose a diet that you can stick to, that doesn't eliminate the foods that you actually like. You're going to learn how to actually create a healthy lifestyle that you enjoy. So again, my name is Mariana, and I am very much looking forward to seeing you tomorrow at 7 p.m. And if you have any questions or any doubts, make sure you reach out, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, thank you so much.
Bye.
Good job.
That for you for the first time. It's like Anne-Marie and Olga both have been in your seat. I have been in your seat. Ashley has been in your seat. So we all got to do it once. How was that for you for your first time?
Awkward.
Awkward.
I felt exactly the same way. You did great.
Thank you. Just, like I have this thing with perfection. So knowing there are 5, like, it's not just a conversation with Ashley, but there's like 5 other people listening to what I'm saying. Like half my brain is saying what I'm supposed to be saying or what I want to say. And the other half is, don't forget to do this. Don't forget to say that. Make sure you do, like.
Yes.
And
All
just
right,
to be clear, I didn't mean that I felt like it was
let's
awkward.
turn it over to the judges. And Brittany, let's start with you this time. 30 seconds of feedback from Mariana, what she did great, what she can improve on.
Okay, great job, Mariana. Friendly energy. I loved that. You clearly stated your reason for the call. You did come across very confident. I would say to slow down a little bit and just channel that authenticity. And whatever your exposure tool is, shorten it. 2 hours, in my opinion, is a lot to ask of people who are just getting to know or learn about your, product or service. So I would make that initial exposure webinar 30, 45 minutes max. And I give you a 7.
Awesome. Thank you, Brittany. And Tessa, what feedback do you have for Mariana?
I think that your energy was really good, which I loved through the whole thing. You missed an opportunity to tell me how it would benefit me to come to this. Instead of you were focusing on the mechanics of, coming to the 2 hour and let's get you signed up. And I think what the person was trying to do was get bought into it. So I think you could have gotten more buy-in from her had you talked more about the benefits. I would give that, how about I'm going to say a 6.5.
Awesome job. So thank you for that, Tessa. And so Mariana, are you open to a little bit of role play?
Sure, yeah.
Yes. So you're going to be Ashley. You're going to be someone who is interested in, your webinar, health coaching thing, and I'm going to be you. So when I say Ashley or I'm speaking to Ashley, you're going to respond.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So let's take it in. Hey, Ashley, this is Mariana from This Is Not a Diet. How are you today?
I'm doing good. Thank you. How are you?
I am amazing. I'm calling because you filled out an application to possibly attend one of our webinars. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. I think I do. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm sure there's probably a lot of things you see on the internet, are clicking around and you see, oh, this is not another diet thing, but you saw ours and something made you click. Yes?
Yeah.
Awesome. So let me ask you, that being said, there probably is a lot of things maybe, I'm assuming you look at or click around on. What has you even looking at, a diet or non-diet program?
Well, I mean, with COVID, I went from, walking between 8 and 10,000 steps per day to roughly 200 or 300. Wow. So I know that my health is not exactly where it's supposed to be.
Got it. So I'm hearing you were healthy, you were exercising, and with COVID, like you're not as active as you would like to be. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, well, I don't live in a mansion, so getting in 10,000 steps in my living room is not the easiest thing to do.
I totally get that. That is super funny. Now, so let me ask you, is it diet or is it like exercise? Like, because we all go through like phases, but for you, like what kind of has you, thinking like, oh, I should maybe look at a diet? Because I heard you kind of mention exercise, but maybe it sounds like it might be overall health. Is that right?
Yeah, I feel like it's overall health because just, same thing with lockdown. I do order more food and it's not necessarily the healthiest things. I don't move around as much. Like in general, I don't drink water because I'm not doing anything. So like in general, I feel like my overall health has been affected.
Yeah, I can hear that. And how has that affected your life, Mary, Ashley? Like not feeling as healthy, like what other areas of your life is that affecting?
Well, I mean, I have like zero energy or will or motivation to do anything. And it's kind of tough for me because like the other day, I literally walked for like an hour and the next day my legs hurt. Like wow. I did like the most normal thing. And that really made me realize how much this has affected my health.
I am so sorry to hear that, but congratulations on like going for an hour walk. If you haven't, been getting in your 10,000 steps and you went for an hour walk, congratulations on that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And so where would you like to get your health like back to? And then what do you see that impacting?
Well, kind of like my goal, I've never dreamed of being like, a fitness model, even though it would be nice. But my goal is to, on the last day of my life, whether I'm 60 or 80 or 124, I want to be independent. I want to be able to move around, travel, enjoy life with my friends and family without being, bedridden or anything like that. So that's kind of my goal. And I know if right now it hurts to walk for an hour, well, I'm not exactly where I want to be.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that with me, Mariana, because I really feel, where you want to be at the end of your life and this long, healthy life that you have lived. And, that's what we specialize in, helping people. Is it okay if I share a little bit about myself with you and how we might be able to help?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So you looked at this webinar, you registered for this webinar, and, first of all, like where you're currently at is not unusual for the pandemic. It is not unusual for, people's health to kind of decline a little bit, eating things that you wouldn't normally eat, sometimes like just out of boredom. So I just want you to know, first and foremost, like you're not alone. There's a lot of people in your boat, and what we specialize in, especially in this time, is really understanding where people are in their health journey. So understanding that like right now it hurts to walk an hour, but we have a formula and a plan that gets you from like couch potato to like optimal health, where you feel energized. Because I heard you say like you're lacking like that energy, right? To where you have your energy back, you have your vitality back, so that you can enjoy spending time with your friends and family, and you can enjoy, your long legacy of like feeling healthy. And it's not that difficult. And we actually do that all within like an hour webinar. And so I would love to see you actually like join us and be able, let me ask you this, like, would it be of interest for you to spend an hour of your time to be able to have your energy back?
Absolutely.
Awesome. So tomorrow night at 7:00, we are actually doing a webinar, and there's a formula that gets you from like that we have taught over hundreds of people during the pandemic to get them out active again, to get their energy levels back, to get them motivated to exercise, even if you can't do it in your living room. There's all kinds of tools and techniques that we're going to share with you tomorrow night at 7:00. Is that a time that you can commit to?
Yeah, I think I can make it work.
Okay, awesome. Any reason why you wouldn't be there?
No, I think I will, make sure I can be there.
Awesome. Well, I think it definitely for you to be able to reach the outcome and have the health that you want. I think that is a great choice, Mariana. So we will definitely look forward to seeing you tomorrow night at 7:00.
Thank you so much. See you.
How was that for you?
That was amazing. That was amazing.
What was the difference that you noticed? Actually, hold that. Tessa, I'm going to go to you. What did you notice?
There was so much diagnosis that you did. You listened, you diagnosed, and then the big promise, if I could solve this, which shows you listened, would it be of value? Yes. That was the big takeaway.
Yes.
You made it look so easy, Bella. Oh my gosh.
There's a formula. So Mariana, how was that for you? And then I'm going to share with you guys the formula as a thank you for being here. But Mariana, what did you notice?
Well, I noticed two important things. First of all, how much you actually listened and connected to me and what I'm going through. You didn't just offer me something without knowing what I needed. You actually kind of tailored it to my needs. And something that I really noticed was when I was talking about sad stuff or, stuff that's not amazing, your tone of voice was like this, I understand. But guess what? When you offered the solution, it completely changed to a dynamic, excited thing.
Yes. Awesome. Great notices. So I'm actually going, and you hit a lot of points that we share in the formula. So, there's a formula from going from hello to yes. So everybody is here will want to write this down, but this is the formula for going from hello to yes. And this is what you saw me demonstrate. First, Mariana, you just noticed the 4 energies, right? So there was fun energy. I started off in fun energy, and that was one of my recommendations to you. Was you were so serious at the beginning, right? And talking about diet and exercise is not that much fun for anybody to talk about. So infusing that fun energy at the beginning will dramatically change the outcome of your conversation. Then the inspirational and aspirational energy. And that's what you felt when it came down to just really, truly understanding, and being inspired. Because did you feel inspired to want to attend a webinar?
Yeah.
And if you noticed when you were talking to Ashley, she was like, yeah, okay, I'll come. I guarantee you she wouldn't. Ashley, would you have gone? Yes, she's probably not. So you can also tell when someone is not really interested, you can feel that. Mariana, did you actually feel Ashley would attend?
Only by accident.
Yeah, she was not committed. She wasn't inspired to want to come. So that inspirational energy and then you also experience the goddess, that heart energy. And so that is that heart compassion to understand, because most people they don't feel heard and understood. And if you as a sales professional can help people feel in that conversation, whether it's a 5-minute conversation or an hour conversation, if you can make them feel heard and understood, you'll change their life. You've got them for life. And then the Zeus energy is just the certainty that what it is that you're offering is the solution for them. Now, in the communication model is the creation of emotional rapport. So that's where the questions come in, the fun energy comes in of you filled out this application and, what's the diet been like and all of these things to really connect. As a sales professional, if you're not feeling in your heart, you're connected to that person, before you ever even say hey, can I share about myself? You've lost the sale. Like that emotional rapport is so important. Like most of your conversation should be connection, emotional rapport. Number 2, connecting the people to their pain and yes strategy, right? Like asking questions, understanding their pain that they're in. If you don't do these 2 things, then you're not going to have the sale. You're not going to have a yes. Number 3 is conveying your unique identity with certainty. So I know any agent that we work with, any agent that we place is absolutely 100% undoubtedly going to increase their sales conversions and their yes. Like for those of you that have been around, like you see it with Anne Marie, like her improvement is impeccable, right? And it's because of the formula, and it's because of how we do things. We always accelerate results. When I go into companies and do sales management or sales training, we always double their sales. We always increase their conversions. Like I am 100% certain on that. And anyone who doesn't hire me to do their sales their sales training is ridiculous. They're losing money by not hiring us. They're absolutely losing money. So the conveyance of that unique identity, the certainty in that, and then the agreement formation. So, and that was the agreement formation. So Mariana, does it make sense for you to spend an hour to have a formula for like how to get back to your diet and exercise so you can live a long, healthy life? Like that is the agreement formation. So this is the influence model. Then there's the 10 indispensable elements. I don't go into a lot of these like in these trainings because we do these on our Tuesday night, but how to use scarcity, how to use matching and mirroring, acknowledgement, which you heard Anne-Marie use, love. Level 5 listening is like when you're listening for, are they really committed? Because and then I asked you, remember, is there anything that would stop you from showing up? Like that level 5 listening, like tells you if someone's really like uncertain, right? Or if because people lie all the time, right? And people will lie to you in your sales conversations all the time. And your level 5 listening is you're hearing for like, where they're not telling you the truth and leaning into that. And then your energetic emotional transference is like, how is your energy transferred into your sales conversations? Reciprocity, power of questions, validation, and the triad of congruence. We go over all of these in our sales trainings, but this is the influence model, how to go from hello to yes. And that is the model that I used. So Mariana, great job. So Mariana, how was your time on the So You Think You Can Sell Real Raw?
It was great because I learned so much. Like there's so much that I learned not only from you, but the judges, but the other contestants, participants, like everybody just, from them sharing who they are. Like it was a very enriching experience.
Thank you. And so Mariana, what would you say to someone who is like, what am I doing for an interview process? Like, what is it that they're doing? I don't know if I want to go on this. This is the weirdest thing I've ever heard. Like, what would you say to that person?
Yes, it's weird. Yes, it's different. And you definitely have to do it because there is so much in it for you.
Awesome. Fantastic. Thank you so much for being here. And Brittany, how was your coming to this thing called this So You Think You Can Sell Real Raw? Like, what did you think it was? What was it? And how was your time on the show?
Well, I think it exceeded my expectations. I didn't know how kind of it would all play out, but it was similar to what I maybe envisioned. And I just plopped this in the chat too. It was definitely a pleasure. Thank you so much for inviting me and having me be part of it. It's something I would definitely do again for sure. You are amazing. I love this platform that you have created. I think it is, I love that it's action-based and it's literally getting something done. Like you can walk away with value. And for everyone else who showed up, you ladies are incredible. I think that the key is just showing up for yourself. And the fact that you've already taken the initiative to invest time and or money into your business and personal development in this way, which puts you in a very vulnerable place, right? And as some of you mentioned, like this can be very, very uncomfortable to get on this platform and just put yourself out there like you have. So I just really commend you for doing that and encourage you to keep showing up and keep doing it, because the more you practice, the much better that you will get at this.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here, Brittany. And I am
You're welcome.
so happy that you're getting to take away so much, and we will definitely continue our conversations of where we go from here. And then how about you, Tessa? So what would you say, like, what did you think it was? And then what was it actually? And would you recommend people coming back and judging?
I had no idea what to expect, and it was great. It reminds me of how I work with people in interviews, and there is nothing that can supersede the value of doing it doing it in front of other people and learning from them. It supercharges your learning.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here. And I cannot wait to see where we go from here. So you can definitely expect a call from me very, very soon. And that way we can set a date for all of the other things that we are going to be doing. And just want to say thank you for everyone for being here. Ashley, any final from you?
I just wanted to congratulate everybody that was here today. Again, Anne-Marie, what improvement. Even Olga, there were some things in there that you didn't have last week that I can tell you put a lot of energy into, and it really shows. Congratulations again on your position. And Mariana, thank you so much for being here and giving this a shot. Again, I know it's hard to explain, and it's hard to sometimes get people to come and join me for this, but you went for it and you absolutely knocked it out of the park. So thank you again.
Awesome. Thank you everyone for being here, and we will see you again in the future. Everyone did a phenomenal job. Thank you for being here. Thank you for contributing, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you, Bella.